We have here a Riviera badged. It's missing the tag here, but it's got Riviera decal across the top. 95 Super Deluxe Precision Automatic Zigzag made in Japan. Tag under the front says model TAZ15. This was in a cabinet that was really rotten, and the person that gave it to me said that the previous owner was an electrician, which explains all this tape. I'm just going to cut the old motor and lamp wire out, and the rest of this plug is also no good, so we'll just toss that aside. Since it was in a cabinet, the back of this pedal has also got no cover on it, so that's all going to get set aside. But the other problem is I want to turn this length knob, and like forward reverse style works, the height for the feed dog adjustment works, so all these other knobs seem to work, but I want to turn the length control here, and the knob came off with this left-hand threaded screw out of it. So I'm gonna have to see what is happening with that. So yeah, but it looks otherwise like this machine is pretty okay. This tension wire is real stretched out and it's dirty overall, so I guess we'll start with getting the tensioner out. And this is a pretty standard arrangement. There's a set screw inside the front door here that I'm gonna need more leverage on, I guess. Let me just apply some penetrating fluid generously on that, and I guess we'll pop the top then. It's got a lifting lid. There's that big Riviera decal. Cam door is attached to the back of the machine. Oh, it looks like it's missing the bobbin tire as well. But I guess while we wait for that, we'll pop our bobbin case out and toss some things into the turn this. It's got the big clamping knob to clamp the cover on the hook race, and this is a really filthy hook race. Somebody tangled a lot of thread in this and wasn't cleaning it at all. So this has one of the many self-cleaning hook designs. When you get these hooks, so they stopped doing this, the new generic hooks don't have anything like this, but old hooks, you'll find them with cuts crossways around the edge or diagonal around the edge, and those cuts are supposed to use the oil from the hook to push and cut thread tangles and lint out of the thread race. But if you aren't cleaning your machine regularly, then those don't work. They just get clogged with lint and stuff, and they start causing issues or stop working. So they basically quit manufacturing hooks with these cleaners on them. Looks like this is a low shank machine. I'm going to get this tensioner out so that we can work on that. As you can see, this is the back side of this, what is this, Taz 15 95 Super Deluxe. It said Riviera on top. I went to one of my sewing machine groups, and somebody claims that this was not badged as a Riviera, but who knows. As you can see, the back side of this machine is even dirtier than the front was. The spool pin here has got a ton of thread wrapped around it. The Facebook group did identify the version of this machine that was sold as a white. So I've got a manual, and I know what it was cross-referenced as. The motor that's on this machine does not match it the color-wise, so that could mean the motor got replaced. It could also just mean that whoever imported this was real cheap and bought the cheapest motor they could find, even though it didn't match the machine. But you can see how grimy this is. The wires for the motor are completely losing their insulation, so I'm gonna have to open this motor up and install new wiring. Luckily the lamp wiring is still good, but you can see completely cracked off here. This motor is filthy too, so I'm gonna have to open that up and rewire it. They wound a lot of thread onto the pulley here, so I'm gonna have to clean that pulley off. I may look and see if I've got just a spare motor with the right bracket and swap the motor out on this, and then fix this motor later. If I fix this motor, I'm gonna just pull the pulley off so I can get in behind it on the shaft here to clean the shaft as well. But yeah, that motor is currently not usable, and you can see the back of this machine just revolting. It does have this cute pincushion attachment though. See how that's designed to just go on this back cover, and that cover opens for access to the machine. But I'm going to take a look at this, clean this pin cushion off and clean the back of this machine and keep cleaning it. It does spin nice and freely, and it doesn't seem to have any loose spots. Like, you know, if it was worn out, you'd be able to hold the needle bar and then feel when you turn the hand wheel any loose areas. And it does appear that the lamp wiring remains intact, which is good because there's 2 lamp fixtures in this, so if it needed rewiring, I'd have to wire up through the body to the switch and that first lamp fixture, and then wire back to the second lamp. So yeah, for now I'm gonna get, I don't know, Windex or something. Maybe 409, and scrub all this filth off this machine. There, much nicer. As gross as this machine was, look at, this is one rag from cleaning this. All that black debris was stretch belts that, this machine was worked hard, and when you work hard on those rubber band stretch belts, they grind up and make tons of dust. Compared to V-belts and stuff. But as gross as this machine was, it actually has something real rare left in it. So, on the underside, still has the red felt, the felt wicks for the oiling points here. So a lot of these machines, they stuck felt plugs in the oil holes underneath to be oil wicks, and most machines lose those, and then they over time quit putting them in. So the fact this machine still has its felt wicks is kind of interesting, because they were lost easily and they quit putting them in. So it's unique this machine is old enough to have had them originally when it was new and still have them now after all this time. But I'm going to have to keep pulling apart on this because it's still got to get the stitch regulator fixed. I got to put that tensioner back together. I got to oil all this. You can see how dry it is. And I'm going to have to pull the hand wheel off and get the bobbin winder dipped in the sonic cleaner to try and clean it off because it's real grimy. But since this is tipped up, I'm going to put a little fresh oil on it for the first round and then keep taking it apart and cleaning it.